Hi and hello, friends. It's me, your old pal Voltaire, and welcome to the Mic Drop. It's Friday night. And what are you doing? What's your purpose today? Are you chasing excellence? Are you living your life looking for what's best for you in the moment and for those around you? Are you trying to do the next right thing in front of you? Are you trying to fulfill your duties for the day, whether that's to your family, to yourself, or to your coworkers? Treat obstacles like a challenge, everybody. Always chase excellence. And when you're doing that, you'll always have a purpose and you'll always feel better about yourself. And when you come here, you'll always feel better because we bring you truth, honesty, and most importantly, friendship. But please remember that the Mic Drop is a free-flowing conversation that oftentimes touches on mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining us on the Mic Drop Friday night. I had one MME live this week. I'm hoping to have a member stream Sunday. Trying to do more content lately. I don't know what the hell Callie's doing. It is freezing in the basement, so that's what's going on now. Everyone stay warm. But if your get the thumbs out long enough out of your mittens to thumbs up this video. Let us know you're not AI and you support the Mic Drop and MME Live. What the hell, Callie? Do you see her? What are you doing?
Oh, she's climbing a lot.
Okay. So that's what's going on. I'm trying to keep my health.
Well, hang on.
Oh, holy fuck.
What happened?
I just got shocked.
Jesus Christ, Max. I thought you had like some kind of attack or something like that. Are you okay?
No, it would in my ears.
Oh, really?
What the hell? Was that just because she was rubbing up against me, the static electricity?
What is going on? You're
well,
okay. I thought you had like a stroke.
I was like, am I getting electrocuted from my computer? I think that was just from her because this is one of those like, you know, felt like coats. And she was like rubbing up against it.
Yeah.
No, she sent enough static. I was afraid it was from the computer. I was like, I got to get this out of my, so I don't get electrocuted. That was from Callie rubbing up against me.
The look on your face was somewhat disturbing and scary. I'm not going to lie.
I didn't know what the hell was going on. I got shocked in both ears.
Good God.
Both sides. That was weird.
All right, well,
I'm glad that was captured via the internet.
Yeah, and this will take us right into everybody's favorite part of the show. You know, when you're hanging around with your buddies, you're chatting it up, shooting the shit, chewing the fat, talking it up, you know, chopping it up, as they say. This is the banter section, everybody.
Yes. So where's all the comments? Get your comments in if you have topics for us to talk about. There's actually really good entertainment news. I didn't even get to watch the trailers yet. Maybe we could, I don't know, should we do a breakdown and just like frame by frame of the trailer where it's not playing? That way it won't get copywritten, but we can look at it.
I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Rational Skeptic says, where is Max? I'm right here. Anthony Cheeseman, 20 minutes late. Yeah.
Fair thing to call out, Cheeseman.
Yeah, we are late, but then there's no one in the comments section. Aren't you excited about He-Man or Lobo? There you go. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights 5851. Happy Friday. Hello, guys. Thank you, Daniel Barry.
Hey, Daniel.
I appreciate anyone that made it here. And if you're on the replay, please put hashtag replay crew in the comments section. The only thing I do want to exercise right after the stream.
Good for you.
So I need to get back to doing that. I got my boxing bag I put in the corner of my but I think I'm getting back on the elliptical tonight. It's cold enough that making a sweat, get a nice warm bath after is going to make me feel really good. The only thing is, I wish I had a nice cold beer. I don't think I have any beer left around here because that would I'd get a great sleep after I drink a cold beer and go to bed. I love that.
No, it's too bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't care about this stuff. I don't pay attention. I'm in California. What's going on? Is there some big storms on the East Coast? That's what's going on?
Yeah. It's supposed to be like over a foot of snow.
Really?
It's really cold. I talked with a friend in a different area. It's going to be like below 20. Yeah, it sucks. I hope everyone stays warm.
God dang it. This is why I used to live on the East Coast. No,
I got an alert from my work like about Monday. So they're concerned about Monday. You know, what really stinks is we have offices in different parts of the country. So sometimes they get snowed out and then we're busier. I'm like, I hope that doesn't happen Monday. If anyone gets, I know I want everyone to have electricity and heat. So
there you go. That's very noble of you to want that for everybody. So, you know, something that's been on my mind, everybody, it's playoff football time. For those of you who are into football, even if you're not, watching playoff football is fun. So, Max, there was an article, a video on Breaking Points. I don't know if you saw it, but number 2 GDP growth in the United States. Number 1 is software. Okay. Do you know what number 2 is?
AI.
Gambling. Software, AI, that's all the same thing.
Oh,
gambling money. So gambling is
and then OnlyFans.
Well, no. Sports betting is legal in 39 states in the United States. But there's that prediction market stuff that's legal everywhere. Okay. And the fact that it's the number 2 growing GDP thing, that is really something. It says a lot.
And the economy too. That's still where people are putting their money.
Yeah. Okay, so it's funny you mentioned
this is why I say Hollywood has no excuses. Because yes, people are suffering because of the economy, but if the movie's good enough and if it's enough an event, people will go.
People will spend their money.
You can make $2 billion, $3 billion on a movie. The economy could go straight through the shitter, which I think it might with President Trump ass. Sorry, I don't care anymore. I'm getting political on the channel. I have a whole other channel that's political. Unbiased News, which I'm planning on doing more content on. I'm starting to grow that too. My goal is 10K on this channel, 1K on Unbiased News, and I might do a third channel, maybe an OnlyFans. I don't know.
How's that video that you and I did doing?
Good. Better than the live streams here. We need to do an update. We need to do another video. They really liked it.
Some people were giving us shitty comments, but whatever.
No, that's engagement. The Pro Bro show, people really liked it. And actually someone in the media, almost 400K followers on X followed me after that video was.
Congratulations, buddy. Good for you.
No, I'm like, maybe I have to research what they do. Maybe get them on the show. I don't know. Callie, get your ass over here. Just don't shock me.
It's going to electrocute you again. So yeah, so the number 2 GDP. So people are spending money now.
So Hollywood has no excuse because
here's the thing. So gambling is not good, everybody. I don't recommend it for anybody. Now,
unless you know what you're doing, but it's
even then, there's no such thing. The house wins, everybody. But here's how you look at
stock market's better than gambling.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
There's safe ways to play the stock market. I can teach you that. But
come here.
Straight gambling, like it's designed for the house to win. So so 30% of, so you can do these bets on like DraftKings and on these prediction markets where you bet like Jalen is rooting for the Seahawks. He can pick the Seahawks to win versus the Rams this weekend, and he can pick like the quarterback to throw 2 touchdowns, and he can pick the opposing running back to run for 30 yards. The more legs you put in, that's a parlay, the more money it pays out, right? Because it's hard to hit multiple things, right? But get this one, everybody. Of all that GDP revenue, 60% comes from whatchamacallit, people trying those legs, and they are losers most of the time. Now, here's how gambling is okay. I'm going to my brother's house all day Sunday. We're going to watch the games, you know? So if I want to put a few bucks on it, nothing that's going to hurt me to enjoy the game. The way I look at it is like I'm paying to go see a movie or I'm paying to go see a concert. I'm just paying a little extra to enjoy the game a little more. But once you get if it's the number 2 GDP growth, that means there's people actually betting every night and like losing money. And this is disturbing to me in some way. What are you doing, Max? What are you looking?
I'm trying to find article too.
Oh,
while
okay.
you're talking. I was trying to multitask. I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't mean. I didn't mean. Wasn't I?
I thought you had to take care of something. Okay, no.
No, actually, Anthony Cheeseman, you guessed the title for my new live stream series I'm gonna do during the week, where it's just me, only Max, instead of OnlyFans, only Max. I'm actually gonna challenge. I'm gonna challenge myself to do some like 45-minute to an hour live streams with just myself and some news stories during the week sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly when because it's hard to find the time, but it's going to be called Only Max. Yeah.
You know what? Though? That's a good idea. And if you ever want to go just through news articles, I would love to do that. That's the kind of thing I like to do. But yeah, go ahead.
I was looking for the He-Man pronoun outrage, and I think it's hilarious because
get out of here. What pronoun outrage?
That's what I was in the trailer.
Okay, so yeah, while you're looking for that, there's some good trailer action. We got the He-Man trailer, we got the Lobo reveal, we got the Darth Maul trailer. There was something else, wasn't there? What am I missing? Well, there's those 3 big things, and my initial thoughts were all looked pretty good. I have no complaints about any of them. We already knew Lobo would look good, right?
No, actually, I don't like Lobo, but I didn't see it in motion yet. From the images, I think it looks like someone in the comments section looked why they need to get drunk Lobo or drunk Momoa for this instead of. I don't think you know.
Isn't Lobo half the time like a surly, drunken character?
I don't know. All right, so joke about He-Man's pronoun in Master of the Universe trailer sparks conservative outrage. Outrage about everything except human lives. Except about keeping people alive and things that matter. Yeah, there's outrage about pronouns. or actually, the economy, or they claim to care about the economy, but they bend over for tariffs. I'm sorry, this tariff stuff is stupid. And I mean, if he does, I will say if he actually gives people the $2,000 check, then we could talk. But it's you paid for it to get that.
I know, Max, but he might give those checks because he knows people love them checks.
If he can.
And look, everybody, when the midterms are coming around, people still remember Donald Trump as the guy who was giving out free money during COVID. There are people out there like, we like Trump. He gave us free money.
What's happening in Minneapolis? This is all happening because he's preparing to intimidate people for midterms. I'm sorry. This is a test to intimidate people, to show your papers and scare people that are even here legally to go vote. I'm sorry. I 100% believe it. This is a practice session.
This would be an interesting discussion topic on the other channel.
Yes.
Give me the good faith basis for not requiring voter ID. Give it to me. Give me the good faith.
I think there is a good.
What?
I think there is. We will cover this on. Actually, that is the next topic for the Pro Bro Show. If you're up for it this weekend.
Sure.
Trump is already using voter intimidation. Minneapolis is the testing grounds for the midterms. Be prepared. So I'm not against requiring ID, but the way ICE is, it's an intimidation. I think the main priority of them is to intimidate, not de-escalate the situation.
Intimidate who?
All of America, immigrants, everyone.
What kind of immigrants?
Don't F with Trump. Don't, especially in Democratic cities.
Are they trying to intimidate?
Illegal, both illegal and here legally. They have. Okay, we are going to carry this on to the unbiased news because they have asked. Look at the officer from Minneapolis. He said that 100% of the people that were shown their papers were all people of color. 100%. Everyone that was intimidated. So even legal U.S. citizens are intimidated by ICE. It's not just for the illegal ones. And that is going to prevent people from going to the polls. And then that's going to start his bullshit. He's already going to have boots on the ground when he starts his bullshit that it's rigged. Okay? So we will be covering that on
that bullshit. I'll give you that.
What's that?
He loves that bullshit about rigged everything. That is bullshit.
No. I'm telling you right now, I see it coming a mile away. And the only thing you can do is be prepared and power to the people. That's all you can do. And I am going to make sure that I actually am going to, I think there's a free way you could ask for your I need a copy of my social security card. I'm going to get my real ID and a passport. I'm going to have all my papers. Get your phones ready with memory on your phone. Have your phone ready to record, because even with visual evidence, they try to frame things like it didn't happen. They do. Just be prepared. We'll cover that in Unbiased News. That's a great topic, how to prepare for the midterms. Hot shit, right? Okay, so let's get back to this. Sorry for the segue, but I'm not afraid to talk about politics anymore. And like, I'm so over it. I'm so over all the snowflakes and fanboys out there. If you like a real Mad Max really talking about shit, that's a throwback. Smash the hell out of the like button, because I'm tired of bullshit. I'm tired of just, trying to appease to other people's feelings. And some conservative snowflakes are the weakest snowflakes I've ever witnessed.
And what's the name of your channel, Max? The other channel?
Unbiased News.
I thought it was Unbiased News Max.
No, that's just my handle because I had to put it at.
Wow, Unbiased News was available?
Yes. Wow. Yes. All right. So, talk about snowflakes. He-Man was the original woke character, and he always had a pronoun in his name, right? He-Man. That's what I think the joke is, right? Mm-hmm. So, of course, they included it in the trailer. He always had a pronoun. So, the first trailer for Master of the Universe features a moment that shows He-Man in the real world with a nameplate that says he, him. Conservative viewers posted outrage comment about the moment. Don't think He-Man would care about effing pronouns. Other viewers saw the nameplate as a joke referencing He-Man's comically masculine name. Is He-Man afflicted with the woke mind virus?
Oh, God. That was actually a good joke. And I don't like woke. I don't like quote unquote overly woke stuff or messaging. That was a good joke. Come on.
Yeah. All right. Well, certain viewers saw the he-him moment as a joke, a play on the protagonist's redundant masculine name. Perhaps others were offended by those 5 unassuming letters as they interpreted the pronouns as a political statement. Now they're making Masters of the Universe and giving He-Man pronouns. John Delarose. One of the biggest douchebags on here. I know him. I don't
even know who that is, but okay.
Yeah. These people won't stop till they ruin everything. Here's my thoughts on woke. Okay, here's a real mic drop. If I am for the free market of ideas, if you have conservative entertainment, for example, talking about Delarose, he's a freaking leech and grifter off Comicsgate. You've heard of that, right? Mm-hmm. If in the marketplace of ideas, if you have something that's not woke and it sells well and it's affordable, more power to you. I was waiting for the Daily Wire's version of Snow White to compete with this other garbage, and I never finished Snow White from Disney. It was not good. I know Joe loves it. I tried, and I'm not one that like hates on Disney. I like Disney musicals, live action remakes. I could not get into that.
Is that right?
Yeah. So, where I was going with that, Comicsgate had momentum, and it's all squandered on just retirement plans for these comic pros that are no longer in the business. They don't try to make it cheaper for the audience. They don't try to. There were talks about maybe we'll do a movie, video games. No, it basically is a never-ending Indiegogo campaign for the next book that's always late. Comics late is what they say. Yeah. So they did not change the industry. There are retirement plans for these comic pros. And that's where I lost interest. And that's where I'm like,
They
really?
were
We have
trying.
some of our other friends that used to be on this channel that have latched onto this. I'm like, this loser. Like, I wanted Snow White Daily Wire to compete against Disney and have the audience decide. I don't care if they try to do an anti-woke Snow White. Who cares? Who cares if they do it? If it succeeds, it succeeds. Right?
Yeah.
So, but what happened with Daily Wire? They don't do anything now. They folded. So I'm saying right now, okay, you don't like woke. You're never going to win that argument. You're never going to change anybody's mind. What can you offer that's better? And so far, all the counterculture people are just grifting on their own audiences, and their success is based off their YouTube personalities and not Young Rippa. I don't hate Young Rippa. I actually like him more than the people that hate on Young Rippa now. But it's his comic's not succeeding because of it's a good comic. It's because of his personality. So all this bullshit, all these videos, they don't have anything else to offer. And if you talk about like the Geeks and Gamers music video they did years ago, oh my God. You can't do anything. You can't do anything better than woke Hollywood's conservative bullshit. So if the conservatives can come up with a good product that's affordable and it's worth my dollar, I will buy it. But they don't have it. So, okay, you don't like woke, give me something better. And they can't. They can't do anything better.
Well, I mean, Max, they don't have the studios behind them, to be fair.
No, they're not trying. They had one point, Hollywood's woke, pay a premium for not woke comics.
Okay, so
or just like cage-free eggs or something. You know, it's just the thing.
For example, Deadpool and Wolverine was not woke, right?
No,
it wasn't. So that's what they're talking about. To be fair, let's be fair. It's not
okay, but I'm saying, yeah, there is whatever you want to call woke. I don't give a crap if it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah,
but they have never come out with anything to compete with it. What is it? What was it? Gina Carano's Legend on the Prairie or whatever on the Prairie.
Oh, come on. Yeah, but
she doesn't even work anymore. Her whole career is going to cons and having people say, "Yeah, I was canceled too." Yeah. Go get a fucking another job. Isn't that what they say? Don't you want a handout? Yes, they want to. All these grifters want a handout from other conservatives. Like
they're trying to milk that.
It's a conservative welfare system.
Yeah. They're trying to milk that community.
I said something people didn't like, and I stood by it.
Yeah,
even though I lost my job, I'm like, you would rather have your tweet public than keep your job. You're a fucking idiot. Sorry, you don't get an award for that from me.
No,
you have to say shit you don't want to say if you want to be a businessman, right?
I'm anonymous for a reason. I have clients if they saw.
No, I mean, but even off of YouTube, I'm saying like.
Yeah, for sure.
Conduct business and keep customers. You always have to say shit you don't want to.
Right. Oh, listen, Max, look, I've been very transparent about this, or very honest and consistent about this. Gina Carano got herself fired. She chose to get herself fired.
Yeah, I'm not giving her an award or giving her money because she got fired because she left the tweet up.
Okay.
I'm like, you're stupid.
Just like Colin Kaepernick, and these people don't compare it the same way. Colin Kaepernick got himself benched and not being worth the trouble of having him because he was doing something he was allowed to do. He's expressing himself, but the owners, his bosses, and the fans didn't like it. They didn't want him on the team. Same thing.
I agree with you. It's similar, but where I see my personal opinion is, I think Colin Kaepernick had a point, whereas Gina Carano was her point was bullshit.
Careful, Max. I agree with Colin Kaepernick. I don't agree with Gina Carano. So she's not allowed, but he is. You can't.
No. I agree. I know that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. I agree with the people in charge of the business. They have the decision. I'm just saying I give more credibility to Kaepernick's concerns, where I think Gina Carano was a whiny little bitch.
Okay, I don't agree with that. I think they both equally had a right to do what they wanted to do.
No, they don't. They both did.
Their bosses
they both had the right.
They had a right to not want to be in their business anymore. Now,
right? No, I agree with that too. I think I lend more credibility to the concerns Kaepernick had.
So
that's all.
Yeah, okay. So we'll see. We might see Gina Carano in this Mandalorian film. Don't be surprised if you have a cameo in there, everybody.
I called that. I said they should.
When we went over the settlement, which we don't know what it is. Let me just answer figure drawing because I love figure drawing. He's a good guy. He asked me, what is woke to me? Okay, so it's the old adage. When I see it, I know it. I know it.
Listen, even people that like woke know what it is. You could recognize it.
Let me give you the prime example in Endgame, right? You know the scene, the girl power scene.
Yeah.
Had no place in the movie. It was so cringe. It gave me douche chills. It was awful.
Douche chills.
It gave me douche chills. The that kind of stuff when it's just shoehorned in there for no good reason, nothing to do with the plot other than to whatever. That's what I'm talking about. So, and a little bit of that, like it didn't ruin the movie for me, but I found it like, ugh,
Yeah. Gina made $1,000 in theaters, something. Look, I still wanted to see the movie, but I wasn't going to pay Daily Wire to a whole lot of other bullshit that's on there for it.
No, don't pay the Daily Wire or anything.
No, and they're flailing right now.
Yeah, good. I don't care.
They got caught with bots and shit. In all the most of the big channels, I won't say all, most of the big channels got what they are with bots. Remember the stupid bots conversation we used to have on these live streams? I'm like, the industry uses bots, and YouTube says you can't do bots, and only the noobs get in trouble for using bots. All the OG channels, not all. I got to keep correcting myself. Not all. A lot of the big OGs of YouTube got where they are using bots.
Like buying views, you mean?
Yes, buying subscribers and views, and then they're legacied into the algorithm because they were also way back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people were just successful because they were first. And they're in that algorithm. They're ingrained in the YouTube algorithm. Rational Skeptic, $2. DM'd you DC News. Thank you, Rational. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Yeah.
So Anthony, there's a little bit more nuance to what she said.
I know bots are real. The Snyder Cut got released because of bots too.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, just a little bit more bots than normal. That's why it was like everything. The industry, it's industry standard to use bots. The 2022 Western movie star Gina Carano, Terror in the Prairie is considered a significant box office flop, grossing only approximately $804 during its one day. Only $804.
Yeah, but come on, this was for their streaming service. I didn't even know it had a theatrical release.
Yeah,
I'm not a Daily Wire fan. I think that they're evil over there. I think they're awful people. I think they're not acting in America's interest over there. But come on, that was for their subscribers. It wasn't supposed to be a whatever, a theatrical movie.
We do actually have really cool. I'm going to bring up some more articles here. Let me bring this up first before I.
But everybody, go to Max's channel, Unbiased Space News. It's pretty cool. He's trying something different out.
Oh yeah, I'm going to succeed there too. It's the easiest content I've ever made. Although I did get too emotional sometimes, because I don't like people dying. I don't like violence, and I don't like how people celebrate violence because of what team you're on or the blinders people are on. Because there's new evidence that really unfortunately that third shot is what really did that lady in, and that was completely avoidable. At least the third one for sure. Okay, so let me.
Hang on, so wait, we're done with the He-Man article. So look at just the He-Man thing. Look, if I was doing the He-Man thing, I would make that joke too. That he's living in a world where it's the he, him, and all that. Guys, that's the world we live in now. If you work in the corporate world, you're going to get an email from somebody with their pronouns in it. Not everybody. But there are stuff like that.
I might put my pronouns in because it triggers people.
Oh, you do it on purpose?
I think no, I didn't. I haven't yet, but I might.
Yeah. Don't do it if you're applying for a job. Just take my advice on that.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, there's studies showing that when people get resumes where people list
they think
their
there'll be
pronouns
someone
on them,
potentially difficult,
potentially litigate against you, potentially have to walk around on eggshells around them. So just once you're in, you can put it in your email signature. Nobody's going to be able to say anything to you for that.
Okay.
Do not put it on your resumes, everybody.
He's not saying he should be like that. It's just saying that's a reality.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the type of things that you don't, it's not PC to say, but potentially, you might be limiting yourself depending on a lot of business owners, you really don't know their politics. Unfortunately, I'm not saying that unfortunately. I actually would prefer an era where we didn't know everyone's politics.
Right.
But there are still that might, people have bias for sure.
And there's sadly a perception that those people are more likely to litigate and cause problems.
Yeah. I got to put her away. I'm sorry. Hold the fort. I apologize. I tried to get her attention.
That's fine. I'll talk about it. I could cover things for a little bit. So yeah, like the whole woke thing, I don't like the term either, everybody. It's silly. It's just shoehorning stuff if it doesn't actually add to the plot. That's my whole point. But what I do want to talk about is I don't know, the Oscar nominations came out. I've always said the Academy is a piece of crap, and they've not had any relevance or any honesty over there for a very, very long time. There's a film called Eddington. It's not for everybody. It's with, I'm sure you've seen the ads with Pedro Pascal and what's his name? The Joker. Anyway, it's a very nice movie. I liked it a lot. It was my favorite movie of 2025. 0 nominations. I was on a Perp show. We were discussing it in detail.
Well, that was your first mistake.
No, we had a good discussion about it.
I'm joking. I like Perp a little bit.
Yeah. So the reason the movie was good is I thought it was kind of making fun of people who were overly COVID like crazy and like like mask up. I thought they were making fun of those people. Perp thought it was the other way around. It was making fun of the anti-maskers and all that. And you know what that means? It means it was a wonderful film, And so now there's a lot of theories about why it got 0 nominations. Joaquin Phoenix is fantastic in it.
What is it?
It's called Eddington.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to see that. I saw the trailer. I didn't see that.
Yeah, buckle in. It's a 2-hour movie. It's not for everybody. I loved it personally, but I don't think a lot of people might not like it. But it got 0 nominations. 0. Now there's some people on Twitter saying it's because they didn't like how much it was making fun of pro-mask and whatever. But like I said, Perp took it as them and his lady too took it as them making fun of the anti-maskers. The movie was very even-handed, and it really was like a slice of life of what it was like back then. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it, everybody. But once again, it's a perfect example of why the Academy Awards are nonsense, absolute nonsense, and should be given 0 credibility. And I hope they go back to not having any ratings, and we just get rid of this one day. It'll never go away, but
See, CJH, you're incorrect here. I want to do politics because I can't stand politics or in everything anymore. Everything is political. It's unavoidable. Where used to be a time where you didn't necessarily know people's politics. You can't do that anymore. You pretty much know everyone's politics. I wish people, if people shut up more, there wouldn't be unbiased news wouldn't be necessary. But since they won't shut up about their politics or their stupid ass opinions, because what's really the problem? Woke or execution, bad storytelling, writing?
No. What's bad is blindly going to one side and following everything they say, and everything the other side says is bad. That you not seeing nuance and being so myopic.
Hey Jade, thanks, nice to see you here. Yeah.
Hey Jade.
Yeah. He skipped. Taco. Trump always caves. What is it?
What are you talking about?
Taco.
Huh?
They call Trump Taco.
Oh, yeah.
Trump always caves.
Yeah, they tried to really get that going for a while.
No, it's still going. It's not like super trendy, but all right.
Sean, I feel the same way. I loved One Battle After Another, but I preferred Eddington. But I think you'll agree that you could see why some people might not be able to tolerate that film, but I really loved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, you're absolutely right. You're not a member, but you do fund it with super chats. I will get to your we will not forget about your super chat.
We'll never forget about you, Rash.
We'll cover this and then we'll cover your super chat. So the next James Bond, I heard Denis Villeneuve or Christopher Nolan was directing. I don't know if that's still accurate. Villeneuve is directing.
That's my understanding.
Whoa, we got a new member.
Look at him. Put his dick right on the table.
He always puts it there. Rational Skeptic became a YouTube member with no pressure at all. Woo!
I respect the hell out of him for that. I got to
No, I like Rational. I don't trust him, but I like him. Like he's like, send me the link. I'm like, no.
That's a baller move, Rational. Good for you.
No, he is a baller. I actually enjoy playing Xbox with him. It's just my Xbox is in my house now. My friend has it. But I actually enjoyed that. But here is the new James Bond rumor. Jacob Elordi, actually a great friend, had me watch Saltburn. And I did not know. Very interesting movie. But he does.
Favorite movie of 2024, actually.
But Jacob Elordi, I heard his name a bunch of times. I didn't recognize what a great actor until that movie. So I'm very impressed with this actor. I did not see this coming for like him to be considered as casting, but it's exciting that they're going this young potentially, and this popular of an actor. The only concern I have is, and I'm not the stickler for this things, he's Australian, and he's not
good.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay.
Look, we have Australians playing American roles. Why can't they play there was an Australian James Bond. He did one James Bond movie. I can't remember his name. I bet you Jade knows who he is.
George Lazenby?
Oh, yeah, right.
Was he Australian?
Good for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with him being Australian. I think that's
But what do you think of just the look of Jacob Elordi in this tux? Do you think
I think he's great, and I think it's good that he's 6'5". I think it's fine.
Yeah.
James Bond, if you read the books, and I didn't read all the books, but I read.
You're going to figure drawing. You're supposed to notice James Bond when he walks in a room. It'll be even easier.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like, dark hair, light eyes, handsome. You know what I mean? So it's fine.
All right. See, look, he's throwing his dick around again. You're right. I forgot. Yes. Sean, he's from Scotland.
Point. Oh, look at
Pierce
this.
Brosnan, this is Irish.
No, I should have called you out on that.
And Australians are from British descent. Wow.
I think Brosnan was my favorite James Bond.
All right, you're right. You're right.
He was a Mick. You're right.
You're right. You're right.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay, I'm up for it then. You completely you scold me. I wave the white flag. You got me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so many British actors play other roles, American roles. I want to see other people take on British roles. That's so good. I want the Aussie. He's my number one choice.
And I'm going to also say something that's not PC. Okay. I am fine with different, like a black British man being in consideration. But you notice, like James Gunn and the Trends of Hollywood, they are going very traditional casting. It's very noticeable. I'm not saying I agree. I'm not saying I agree with the outrage.
It's almost like they tried the other thing.
No, but
it didn't do well for box office.
No, but here's the thing: Hollywood really doesn't care. So when all the anti-SJWs, and I can't stand those channels, said that, they were absolutely right. They don't care. They don't really care about representation.
Hang on, Max. Hold on. The people working the jobs do care.
Yes.
Corporate overlords?
No, the corporate overlords. Yes. Right.
Okay. And at some point, corporate is going to come in and say, we got shareholders. What the hell are you doing? I got stock options here.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying people notice it. And I will say this too. People in the audiences are extremely superficial, especially when you talk about pop culture stuff. It's all superficial. I don't like it. I wish people would give more, different castings a chance, But I'm just saying this is pretty traditional casting.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think they were going to go non-traditional, to be honest with you. Although, if anyone was going to do it, Bezos would have done it. He doesn't care. He's got so much money. He doesn't give a crap. But what they saw, I think they're seeing some things with Rings of Power. And maybe they're kind of rethinking things. But whatever. I think he's a good choice. And you know what? Villeneuve, I guarantee you when he signed on, he said, I get to pick. I'm casting. You guys are not making me take anyone I don't want. So maybe that's what Denis Villeneuve, envisions.
Well, that's the interesting too about like James Gunn. He's extremely progressive, but he's way traditional with these Supergirl and Superman.
Yeah. But he won't post on Twitter. That son of a. Well, once in a while he does, but
Yeah. But I think this is solid casting. It's very interesting that they don't have
it's
competing.
Not confirmed, right, Max? Sorry.
Okay, here's my thoughts. Oh, look who it is. Talk about a grifter. Taladia play. No, I'm just kidding. We love you, Taladia. I haven't been here around. I'm happy to see you, man. Remember, Taladia, tell everyone to thumbs up the video for us, please. MME International. Remember then that was the thing. Let's see here. I'm joking, Taladia. Here's a question to ask the common fan. Would you prefer a great Bond actor who is black or a bad Bond actor who is white? Anyone who says yes, exactly.
Well, nobody wants a bad actor. I don't think anybody does. No. As Jade said, Idris Elba would have been fine. He's kind of old now, but he would have been fine as James Bond. I mean, some people would have complained just because that's how it is. But he's great for the role. He's a bit old now. He's a bit great, long in the tooth.
I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with woke whatsoever. And I said the alternative is worse. What conservative?
There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it.
The answer to woke is conservative media. All it is a premium charge on you. And it's an anti-woke virtue signal. Like, I paid for something that's woke free. I'm like, you probably paid $10 more for it. Good job. You got woke free. It's stupid shit. Okay. So I like this casting though. I'm very impressed with the actor. I like that my favorite thing is not that he's like traditional casting or anything, it's just that he's young.
He's a good actor. I like that they're going young.
And he's a popular actor right now.
He's in that HBO show where
he's not too overexposed yet either. He's on the cusp.
Right. He's in that HBO show with Zendaya where all the teenagers do drugs and have sex.
Euphoria. Yeah.
Euphoria. And he plays an American guy and he does it very well. He's terrific in Saltburn. So I think he'd be great in this role.
Okay, cool. Let's get to Rational's super chat here. Funding the channel. Rational. If anyone else would like to give a tip, I know it's tough times there, but even 99 cents is appreciated. There's still super sticker options, if you would like, if you can, no pressure. I saw Tom Hiddleston would have made a great James Bond. Yeah, there was a period of time when it would have been perfect for CJH. Don't lose your mind over it either. It's like it's really not a non-factor for me. It's like if the story's good, it's good. Hold on, let me where is his
Yeah, like one battle after another, for example. People are saying that that's very woke and it has messaging. It's done so well. It's fine. The movie's fine. It's not shoehorned in. It's appropriate to the plot. Some people are complaining about it, but I love that movie. And if you watch it and you see Sean Penn at his age and how buff he is, I guarantee you watch that, you'll want to get in the gym tomorrow. It inspires you.
So Jeff Schneider says, and can everyone hear me okay? My mic's working good?
It's a little low, but it's fine. I can hear you.
Let me see. Let me double check the adjustments here.
Godzilla was not woke, CGH. Don't be crazy.
What, mine is 0?
No, yeah, just because of the nuke stuff that created the giant monster.
I actually think he's right. The original Godzilla had a lot of commentary on atomic warfare and the results of that at the beginning. The first one.
Is that right?
Yeah, before it got real cheesy. Yeah.
I don't think that was supposed to be woke.
Well,
maybe it was symbolic that the atom bomb creates monsters, and it did create monsters. There's a lot of people think that was like a big decline in humanity, even testing that bomb. So there's
Anthony agrees.
Allegory, I guess, but I don't know that I would call that woke.
So this is from Rational Skeptic. I was one of the first to, maybe this is why I disagreed with Crazy Joe the other day. I was one of the first to announce Christina Hodson is writing The Brave and the Bold, but also heard Netflix may want to merge Matt Reeves' Batman universe into the DCU if the Batman Part 2 does better box office numbers than Man of Tomorrow.
Interesting.
So, Voltaire was right. Hashtag, hold on. Damn it, I messed it up already. Fuck. Sorry. I'm too slow.
All right.
I'm too slow typing with this stupid.
And we've celebrated Jeff Snyder.
Voltaire was right. Voltaire was right about the Batman problem, which we said right at the beginning of the slate. I said Batman the Brave and the Bold was a mistake. And then all the gun nut fanboys that said James Gunn could do whatever he wants. Apparently not with Batman, because if he was going to do whatever he want, there's a very people didn't notice the tone difference in when James Gunn announced Batman the Brave and the Bold in the original slate until this week, where he said we don't want to cloud the bat sphere. Did he say that when he announced the slate, when he announced the movie? We don't want to cloud the bat sphere, because the Reeves verse already existed at that point with the Batman 1. No, he did not. So something changed, and I think that something that changed was the Penguin success. I think they may have considered just moving on if the Penguin wasn't such a smash critical success on HBO. And they're like, okay, this universe has some life left in it. It wasn't a failure, the Batman, by any means, but I think they could have justified just moving on, especially how slow Matt Reeves is. And Matt Reeves had some personal stuff going on behind the, there was rumors about that. I really remember the conversations where, it was huge in the entertainment news. James Gunn has to give notes to Matt Reeves on the Batman. We're almost part 2. We're almost there. We gotta go. Why did they have to go through that with a fine-tooth comb? Because they're not interfering with each other. And now he doesn't want to cloud the bat sphere with his Batman the Brave and the Bold when the Batman Part 2 is already rolling. I think they were debating whether to go with Batman the Brave and the Bold or the Batman Part 2. And then the Penguin pushed the Batman Part 2 above Batman the Brave and the Bold. And I don't even think Jeff Snyder, I'm the hot mic translator. I don't even think that Jeff Snyder does get insider news. A lot of the times he just states opinion. He didn't say I heard from a source. Oh no, he did say I've also heard. He could have heard from anyone. I've heard Netflix may want to merge Matt Reeves' Batman universe in the DCU if the Batman Part 2 does better box office than Man of Tomorrow. 100% the executives above James Gunn want this to happen. And I believe 100% James Gunn does not want that to happen. Just like he doesn't want the Snyderverse in there. Oh yeah, I'm friends with Zach, but I want my blank canvas and my way is best.
Oh, he's very upset. He does. Look, Batman is one of the most valuable IPs out there. He doesn't have it, and he's not going to have it as long as Matt Reeves is making movies. And they're going to start shooting this thing soon, I would imagine. It's supposed to come out next year, right? So, he's not happy. But I knew there would never be 2 Batmans concurrently. They'd never do that.
The Batman, I think if I think the Penguin didn't happen and Matt Reeves didn't say no, I'm still making my project, they might have just moved on.
So if the Penguin tanked and Matt Reeves was saying like, guys, I'm not ready to get going on this, like I agree with you. They probably would have just moved on. They might not have moved on from Pattinson, but they might have moved on. Well, they would have moved on from Matt Reeves, not Pattinson.
But this is always the Batman issue. It happened with the Dark Knight trilogy, and people give so much crap to Zack Snyder, but the environment was right after the Dark Knight trilogy. Warner Brothers and the fans wanted a darker Superman after Superman Returns and the Dark Knight trilogy. They wanted a more realistic Superman. There was a desire for it because Superman Returns was just too nostalgic and safe and boring.
Do you not also get the vibe that, Marvel was like the bright, like the MCU was like the bright movies, like whatever. They like there was a kind of like there was
During the Dark Knight trilogy,
DC was darker and all that
the
kind
Dark Knight trilogy was more successful. DC was more successful than Marvel at that point.
Yeah.
And they were following the pattern of what was successful at DC, was more realistic takes on superheroes. Nolan said that. In MCU hasn't tried to follow that up. I actually think that's DC's strength, but people disagree. They want I'm fine with either one, but I prefer, my personal preference is make it as realistic as possible.
All right.
Based on, if Superman was in the real world now, Donald Trump wouldn't like it. And he wouldn't bend the knee to Trump. And there would be big issues.
We don't know.
And I think our president is the shit he does is more embarrassing than the lamest written comic book villain. And the fanboys that follow it are even dumber. Sorry.
Excuse me. I just think they don't want two competing Batmans going. I get what you're saying. It's double the money. There's two versions of Batman, all that kind of thing. And that's a fair argument. I just think consumers and everybody I think it would kind of cheapen the brand when there's multiple Batmen running around.
CGH Entertainment Plus. Can you talk about my theory about how Kathy Kennedy only cared about Indiana Jones and the Star Wars movies kept delaying things, and that's why she stuck around for as long as she did? Incorrect. Your theory's garbage.
Trash.
Because she did care about all those projects she announced, but they wouldn't grease the wheels to it. So what they did is focus on the Disney Plus and Indiana Jones. And the only reason Harrison Ford came back again was he wanted another Indiana Jones movie. That was the project. Even for him to meet with Alden Ehrenreich was a behind the scenes pay deal. You do this, we'll pay you some, and we'll make your next Indiana Jones movie if you come back to the Rise of Skywalker and promote the next Han Solo and go eat lunch with them. That was such PR bullshit. Do you think he just did that out of the kindness of his heart? I like Harrison Ford, but he never even showed up to a Comic-Con until recently, and now he loves nerds. You don't think he just loves the cash that rolls in?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or he doesn't love his retirement plan. Harrison Ford, I love the man. I love his grumpy responses to answers, but he is not coming back from the goodness of his heart. When you are in these, there's a reason all these actors at the end of their career, they come back to the roles that made them most famous. Just like the old school Hollywood and old school sitcoms, the residuals for more seasons, the more entries in a franchise, the more you make. So he's not coming back from the goodness of his heart. And Kathy did try to do what she tried to. She thought she would be more successful with Star Wars. And we were completely right that she learned zero from the experience and still blames people on her way out, to the point where I'm siding with Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson said, I wasn't spooked at all to come back. He totally threw Kathy under the bus.
Well, I would too if I was
she was doing such PR bullshit that to save her own ass, again, no projects ever shelved. They're all in active development, which is the most bullshit ever that I've ever heard, except for like the Democratic convention. And I side with the Democrats over Republicans, but they are so full of shit.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything wrong. The only thing we did was recasting.
But you see how she brought up all the scripts. Oh, yeah, Taika's turned into script. These other people are working on script. She even acknowledged the Adam Driver, what's his name, script, which she only acknowledged because Adam Driver brought it up.
Yeah, but so I don't think
what she did. Go ahead.
I don't think her focus. They tried when Star Wars didn't succeed. What did they try? They tried the other. This is what Hollywood does. Just like if DC fails again, you're not going to maybe necessarily get what you wanted to be put on ice for a while. Usually they go switch to a different IP and see if they can milk that and come back to it later and reboot it again. So what did they do when Star Wars failed? And this is a great topic, CJ. Thank you. You should have paid me for it, but I'm just joking. You are a member. I appreciate it. I'm joking. So what did they do? They only did Star Wars on Disney Plus to get away from the stank in the theater. Then they did Willow and worked on Indiana Jones, other Lucasfilm IP. They focused on other thing, and then they failed on that too. They failed on Willow, and Indiana Jones wasn't a failure. It was okay. I didn't even mind Phoebe Waller-Bridge in that much. The one I really couldn't stand was in L3 whatever.
So I guarantee you that those rumors of them rewriting that Indiana Jones film are 100% true. I guarantee you that the truth that, like, how there's a rumor that the original ending was supposed to have her pick up the whip and the hat and take over. I guarantee you that was in the ending. You could
That
tell
would
by
have
the way
been
the movie
potentially.
actually ended.
That would have been. I actually liked Mutt.
Yeah,
I liked Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, except for some things in it. There's some wonky CG. I like the story in that where he meets his son, and I thought it was fun.
I never liked Shia LaBeouf, and I still don't know how he got thrust into that role.
I like Shia LaBeouf. He's very problematic. He's done some weird stuff, but I liked him in that role. My favorite Shia LaBeouf is the first Transformers and Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. I liked Mutt. Let me see. Oh, do you want to respond? Be nice to CJH because Trump keeps picking on Canada. But you are so far from it, CJH. You're not a fanboy.
I don't take anything personal. CJH has said way worse stuff about me and accused me of way worse than calling me a Trump fanboy. No offense.
You're not a fanboy.
You have zero credibility. You're nonsensical with these things, and your attitudes towards me, I pay them no mind and give them no credence, my friend.
Yeah. I'll get to the mailbag later, CJH. I might do it tomorrow. Can you
I sent you a tweet.
Don't take things so personally, CJH. He just jokes about Canada. He still loves Canada.
I was born in Canada, you clown.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you say that before?
I don't know if I told you, but I was born in Canada, for God's sake. CJH knows that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm a legal citizen here now, but I was born in Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I'm very ashamed, everybody. It's a deep, dark part of my past. I try not to share.
Mm-hmm.
But Max, I sent you on the discussing film thing. You want to put that up real quick while we're talking about this? Yeah, on Twitter.
I don't see it. Oh, okay. Here,
right
I see
above
it.
The link you sent me.
Oh, yeah, this is a good topic.
I have my paper cheese, man. I have them ready to go.
This is another result of Kathy. Oh, hold on. This is another result of Kathy Kennedy's failures because she cannot admit that she made mistakes with Solo and the casting of Solo and Alden Ehrenreich. She thinks that people in the audience do not like recasts. Whereas George Lucas scolded her ass with one of the best. There's been amazing recasts in the history of Hollywood. Some of my favorites off the top of my head, I always go to Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica. That whole reboot was better than the original series. And Starbuck is a better Starbuck. And they gender swapped Starbuck. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Best recasting of all time.
People like to bash the prequels. First of all, George Lucas told children that trade wars are a horrible thing. And then they elect Trump. You should have paid attention to the prequels. Trade wars are a thing, and the prequels are more relevant than ever. And then also, liberty dies with thunderous applause. Yeah, it does. There's some great stuff in the prequels.
Yeah, also Misa, whatever. That's pod racing.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I could 1,000% predicted this, that they are going to go. Oh, Bruce texted me. That's not Discussing Film. It's a parody site. Discussing Fish.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
But here's the thing. Though. Even if this is a fake article, I actually think this is what they're going to do.
Thank you, Brucifer.
I know.
Didn't notice.
You hear the dinging? That's Bruce. Bruce, why did you thumbs up my video, Bruce? If you're watching, or be in the chat, please. Say hello in the chat. Say Max is wrong. Say Mic drop is wrong again. Hashtag mic drop wrong, or throw a little jab at us a little bit. But even though this potentially is fake, I think this is actually accurate, is what they're going to do. They're going to do deep fake Luke instead of recast Luke. And it's completely BS. We had the perfect opportunity with Sebastian Stan to be recast as Luke Skywalker. You also had Mark Hamill saying, yeah, you should do it. It's a great casting, where you didn't have to pay him. You have to pay Harrison Ford to do these promos for your project. Mark Hamill just showed up. People don't like Mark Hamill because he's so political, but he will just show up for fans. He carried the torch for Star Wars when everyone just called you a nerd for watching Star Wars. Between the original trilogy, when it was popular, in the prequel era, it was the dark time to be a Star Wars nerd, you know? So even though this is fake, I think this is where they're going. Recast with deep fakes and AI, unfortunately. Yeah. And I think there's room for that in certain scenarios, but not when you can do an amazing recast.
So let me just say, on the flip side of that, and this is the reason I believed it, okay, is I do, because, by the way, Kathy constantly, she even said in that article, what's your one regret as you're leaving? The only thing she said was recasting Han Solo, like trying to do that. That's the only regret she said she had. Now, to her, in her defense, let's be fair, a lot of people crapped on him as Han Solo. You know what I mean? I thought he was fine. I think these characters are like Batman, Superman. They're bigger than the actors. You have to recast to keep them going. So I wanted a Luke Skywalker recast. What we saw in The Mandalorian, that computer generated, it's okay, but I don't want that. Just recast.
No, I didn't say it's true, CJH. I said it's probably going to happen. And that's why Bruce is saying on text message, people are falling for it. I said because it's believable, because that's the way Lucasfilm operates now. Yeah. They would rather have a cheap holo fan service moment than a flesh and blood actor in a recast, because Kathy didn't get the memo of the mistake. You just have to do good casting.
But back to, in all fairness, people did crap about that recasting. That's why I believed it. A lot of people hate that Han Solo recasting.
Yeah, but that's because of execution, not because people don't like recasts.
I think it's because they're The Last Jedi.
You get more pressure on a recast. You get more pressure on a recast because you have something to compare it to.
All right, highlight CJ.
Just like you can't do Superman or Spider-Man without all these extra characters. Oh, wow.
I appreciate that, CJH, buddy. No hard feelings. I thought we were always friends. We always chatted and stuff like that.
He just likes to throw jabs. He doesn't does not have ill will towards anybody.
No, he's a good guy. We're friends.
No, I'm saying you too, Voltaire. I was vouching for Voltaire.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I was just joking around, CJ. No hard feelings, bud.
Mm-hmm. So that's a good topic, though. I think that's the route they're going to go. And you don't think they're not going to not use Luke Skywalker again. They're going to use him again.
Oh, listen, like, this will be how Disney Star Wars goes will be how much Luke Skywalker comes back into play, because they were against it. Now, did you heard about what they did with the Star Wars world, right? That they're bringing legacy characters back into it now.
Yeah, and it's the timing is very funny right when Kathy leaves.
Right. And did you know they weren't even playing the John Williams theme there, apparently?
Mm-hmm. So wait. I got to get to this because I actually completely agree. Some people feel that Disney is bending the knee to toxic fans by making Filoni. Oh, I think Disney and all corporations are bowing to toxic fans. They still buy tickets, unfortunately. What can you do? I mean, I don't agree with their opinions, but that's why you get traditional casting all across the board. Even James Gunn, James Bond's traditional casting. I think it's better to give more people opportunities as long as they're great actors. Just look at like Perry White. That was a race bend, and now he's my favorite Perry White. You know, there's great opportunities for it. but the corporations have definitely bent the knee to everything.
Yeah, but Perp thinks that picking Filoni was bending the knee.
Picking Filoni was the only choice because he's the only one that Kathy would be okay to right now to go away. Like he worked there the whole time with Kathy. She wants someone that's. I think the original plan was J.J. Abrams, Michelle Rejwan. Remember her? I made a video that they wanted JJ to take over for Kathy, and I 100% believe that. I think that's why they brought him back for Rise of Skywalker, and he took the better opportunity at DC and just pocketed the money and didn't make shit. Remember the other Superman movie that never came out? He just took the money, and then he left Michelle Rejwan at Lucasfilm to work with Kathy.
Huh.
I do think I did a video there, and actually Grace Randolph made her video after me. And said that they might have been considering JJ. I'm like, there's a reason JJ came back after he said he wasn't going to. Part of it was they were not happy with The Last Jedi. They knew there'd be backlash. And then they also want him to take over. Why wouldn't you want JJ Abrams at that time period before he went to DC and doesn't do anything and just pockets money? Bad Robot was very prolific at that time. They brought back Star Trek. They brought back Star Wars. They were doing other projects. They were doing all kinds of TV projects. That would have been a big win for Lucasfilm to get JJ,
Yeah.
But he went with DC, and the reception of Rise of Skywalker, he didn't save that franchise at the end. It just made more money, but wasn't as well performing as they'd want. What was I saying? Hold on. But Filoni, he's just the safe choice. Everyone's going to have an issue with everyone right now. He's the safest choice, and he basically was. Here's the other thing that's going to piss off. Here's the other thing that's going to piss off the Kathy fanboys. Okay. Well, how can I make this bigger? Okay. He already was running things before Kathy stepped down.
Bum bum bum. No, he wasn't.
He basically was doing the Disney Plus stuff and doing the movie. Him and Favreau were basically doing the job anyway.
Well,
so there's really not a change.
Do you agree that there was
she didn't do nothing, but she didn't do a lot.
Do you agree that there was a difference in Mandalorian season 3 versus Mandalorian season 1 and 2?
I think that was Favreau. Yeah.
You do?
Favreau. I think Favreau wasn't as involved with the third season. I don't know.
Why not?
Because they wanted Favreau to take over too, and I heard Favreau didn't want it because he makes more making individual projects and contracts than being ahead of a whole universe.
What if I told
That's what I heard.
What if I told you that Mandalorian season 1 and 2 was so successful? This was a water cooler show. Everybody knew about it. Kids, adults, women whose kids watch it, all of that. That the corporate people got involved and gave too many notes on season 3, and Favreau got kind of sick. This is all my theory.
I heard that. No, I heard that. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not confirmed, but I heard that from multiple big scoopers like Grace, like the Hot. I think I remember that. Yes.
Okay. Now
he was getting annoyed. Yes.
We were doing show rundowns of season 3, if you remember, and after Favreau killed his own character in season 3.
Yes.
The character he voices. Remember I told you, I go, isn't that strange? What does that tell you? He killed his own character. Was that him being passive aggressive? Maybe I'm reading too much into it. You know what I mean?
I don't think he would kill his character just to prove a point or anything. I understand what you're saying. I think he just thought it would be cool since he's leaving the show anyway to have a cool moment because he did that character. I mean, that's just my guess. But I have heard that Favreau was getting frustrated, and they actually did want Favreau for the job ahead of Filoni because Favreau's
made movies.
Favreau has made current day Disney. He did the Iron Man. He did the Jungle Book, then the Lion King.
Yeah.
And he also the Mandalorian, even though Kathy signed off on it. It was something. The two best things from Disney Star Wars so far have been The Mandalorian and Rogue
Season
One.
1 and 2.
And both of them were pitched by people that worked at Lucasfilm Ideas that did not come from her story group. Like, she failed. If Kathy didn't fail, The Mandalorian wouldn't have happened, because they were originally going to do James Mangold Boba Fett movie.
Mm-hmm.
And if they did that, I don't think you would have got The Mandalorian, because you would have had a different Mandalorian. You would have Boba Fett, and you wouldn't need this other one. Mandalorian came out before the Book of Boba Fett because of development hell for Boba Fett.
Right.
So,
well, no, also remember, Obi-Wan was supposed to be a movie. This was when they were going after the
this
MCU.
This is where I lost my mind arguing with Kathy fanboys that, how do you know? I'm like, I followed every single little grain of sand detail about Star Wars at the time, because I was excited. Every single project. I remember when the Obi-Wan movie accidentally forgot to stop one of the outlets from releasing an article, and then they had to take the article off because they didn't announce Star Wars Celebration. I remember when James Mangold, because I like James Mangold, was attached to Boba Fett. There was all kind of failures around that time, but you might not have gotten Grogu if it wasn't for Kathy's failures. So she failed upwards, I guess. She had a success by her failure.
We'll see what happens. I think Filoni is fine. I think Favreau is going to be involved, but I got to tell you, I'm not super excited about Filoni. I mean, Ahsoka, I love looking forward to Ahsoka. I thought it was above mid. You know what I mean? But it wasn't great. But we'll see what season 2 brings, and we'll see what the film brings.
We're getting to that fourth. Hello, Anthony Beltry. Filoni was Lucas' number 1. Yeah, that was also, it has that's Sean, excellent point. He's pretty much everyone that worked, every faction that's worked at Star Wars likes Filoni. George Lucas, Kathy, some sequel fans, some prequel fans. He's pretty much the safest if you're not getting Favreau and Abrams, which I think Abrams was first, and I think they wanted Favreau, and then Kathy won't leave unless it's on some type of her own terms. So they picked the safest one would be Filoni, because him and Favreau basically been doing I will at least say not everything at Lucasfilm the past few years, but doing the heavy work. And the reason people are like, well, it's just because your hatred of Kathy. I'm like, no, I watched.
Wait, hang on. What did they have to do with the Acolyte?
No, but oh no, the Acolyte was, I give Kathy Acolyte in Andor. Those were things that I like that Kathy did. Mm-hmm. I don't think she had a heavy hand in Acolyte too, and I think that was some of the best sequel Star Wars. Where was I going? I lost it. I cut
you off there.
No, I have this problem. I lost it.
You're saying that Filoni and Favreau were doing the heavy lifting during that reign of the last 7-8 years.
Yeah. I don't know. I lost it. But yes, I could talk about Star Wars all day. Oh, no. Yeah. Dave Filoni are pretty much across the board. People like him.
And just because he was Lucas's number 1 guy, guys, remember who appointed Kathy? Lucas did. Like 2 weeks before that sale. And Bob Iger in his book even said he was stunned that he didn't know that was part of the deal.
Yeah. Let me try to find a better image of Lobo, because I want to get to that.
It's big news. I am super pumped for this Supergirl movie. I think it looks going to be great. I know people say, "Oh, it's just another Guardians." I got to tell you, I love that style of film that James Gunn does. That's his wheelhouse. He does it very well. I love Millie Alcock, whatever. She's great. Mm-hmm. I loved her in the Game of Thrones show. I think she's going to be a terrific Supergirl. I can't imagine better casting than Momoa as Lobo.
I hold on. Let me make this bigger. I think this looks bad without seeing it in motion.
I haven't seen this shot, but yeah, this shot doesn't look good.
I don't think this looks good.
But that little preview, did you see it? He looks great in that.
So Forrest says this Lobo looks so underwhelming, but I forgot gun production value.
Oh, stop it.
I will say some of the costumes and gun productions are more basic.
Well, okay, so what looks bad about this specifically, Max? Tell me what looks bad about it.
Someone in the comments section said, "Oh, they had drunk Momoa show up instead of normal Momoa."
Is it Lobo? I mean, I'm not.
Listen, I love Jason Momoa, and I have no room to talk. I need to get back into the gym and get, but people aren't paying me millions of dollars to be on screen either. If I had the time that Momoa had, I would be in better shape.
What, he's in bad shape?
For a movie star, he's kind of phoned it in since Aquaman 1. From Aquaman 1 to Aquaman 2, some of these male actors that a lot of their pop culture, the audiences are very superficial, okay? With their physique is part of their package deal. I don't think Momoa's acting ability is why you hire him. I think he's fun. He's a good personality. He's not a great actor. Some of that Jason Momoa star power is his physique. And he's kind of went the way of Vin Diesel.
Max, show me a shot of him. I'm sorry, I'm going to call you out on this. Show me a shot.
That's fine. I have no room to talk. I have no room. We actually lost
I'm not calling you out in that way. Show me a shot where
I'm saying he's not
in great shape.
I'm saying in Aquaman 2, what did they say? The milkshake brings the boys to the yard. His abs bring the MILFs to the theater.
But I haven't even seen Aquaman 2. Did he?
Aquaman 1. And then Aquaman 2, he kind of just went with drunk Momoa funny and was wearing Momoa clothes. It was more like Momoa was in Aquaman 2 than Arthur Curry. It was more cheap jokes, and Aquaman 2 was more him walking around, and he just looked like Jason Momoa walking around. Whereas it's like if Hugh Jackman decided not to get jacked, man. Hugh Jackman gets jacked every time he plays Wolverine. Momoa does not get jacked every time he plays Aquaman, and it doesn't look like he did for Lobo either. He just I'm leaning into the silly side of Momoa, and I love the man. I would totally hang out with him, and I have no room to talk, but he has way more time and money than I do. If I had the time and money that he has, I would get personal trainers, and I would do everything they say, and personal chefs. If I had his money, if I had Momoa money,
you got to show me something that shows me that he's not in good shape. I can't imagine.
Aquaman 2.
No, but
in everything since Aquaman 2.
All right, I'm going to look at this.
If you take the look at Aquaman 1 to Aquaman 2, Cavill didn't let himself go like that. Right, Cavill's a better actor than Momoa. And Cavill made sure Hugh Jackman, if we're going to compare Hugh Jackman, Henry Cavill, what do they do every time they play that role? And why do they still succeed? Why do people still clamor for Henry Cavill to come back as Superman? Some of it's the Snyderverse. Cavill has fans that aren't even Snyderverse fans that just want him back as Superman. Why do they keep begging for Hugh Jackman to come back for Wolverine every time? If Hugh Jackman came back he does come back for a paycheck, but if he just came back for a paycheck and he just phoned it in and didn't get ripped, he wouldn't have the success he's had. So I like Momoa. I'm open to him being in the role. I hope he smashes it, but this image just ain't doing it for me. I know I haven't seen it in live action yet. Maybe in motion it looks better.
You didn't watch the little teaser on Twitter?
No, I've been so busy. I just didn't get a chance.
It's very quick. It's nothing much. Anyway.
Yeah, but that is my Lobo or Lobo.
LOL Bobo.
Oh.
What are you on about, Fourth? Good God, man.
We can let Fourth on if he wants. I don't know if he's available.
I'd like to hear what his point is about that, truthfully.
I would like him to rip one on.
He looks kind of boring and whatever. Like, what's he going to say? I mean, to me, I'm not a comic book accurate person. I read some Lobo comics. I mean, I would defer to someone like Bruce. I mean, wasn't Lobo always like a drunken, like smoking a cigar, having beers and all that kind of thing the whole time? Wasn't that what he was anyway?
So Fourth says the makeup is fine for Lobo. It's just the photography for this movie is so mediocre. It does nothing for the actor to make. I agree. The cinematography for this just seems like actors and makeup instead of this is his alien skin. it looks like it's just face paint, which it is,
Well,
but it
does
shouldn't look like
face
that.
paint. That's,
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Now that you
Yeah.
mention it, yeah, that does look like. Okay, Fourth, I'll give you credit there.
Yeah. And the lighting and
But don't they
cinematography
fix
doesn't
this
help.
stuff? Isn't this that whole thing people complain about? Like, don't worry about the trailers. They haven't completely touched everything.
That's
up.
bullshit. The trailers are meant to judge it, and if you don't complain, they don't fix it.
Oh,
trailers are what are meant to sell it to you. I hate that art. It's stupid argument.
Remember the Superman controversy with the flying scene and he looked like a clown? They fixed that.
Yeah, and they fixed it. And then James Gunn lied and said that was never a thing. And they fixed it anyway. He lied. He was caught lying on that.
Thank you, Fourth. I think you're great too, buddy.
Yeah. Yes. What else are we going to cover here? What did you think of Mass? I think. Hold on. Let me get to the. Let me actually go. This is new to me. I did not watch the trailer. The content isn't available. What?
What trailer?
He-Man.
Oh, what do you mean? That's readily available.
Okay, now it's coming up. Hold on.
He looks like He-Man. The casting is terrific. I think that the Kevin Smith He-Man cartoon, they've taken the lessons from that, and it's not going to be anything like that. You know what I mean? I think they've learned their lesson. Everything I saw looked okay. I'm excited. I want to see this movie.
Yeah. So let's go for. Let me actually put the music off.
Yeah.
And put the playback to 0.25, and we'll just go here.
That bird, that's great.
We're doing this as the breakdown. This is all fresh for me. That's one of the sorcerers, right? Sorceresses.
What's her name? That female sorceress or whatever her name is.
I'll pause it every once in a while.
You know what lesson, Cheeseman? You know very well.
That looks great. What is that?
There's Castle Grayskull. We love it.
Castle Grayskull looks great there.
The lesson was make a He-Man movie about He-Man.
But remember, all the people that complained about Jared Leto and he's accusing this, that, and I'm not defending it. I say if he's guilty in a court of law, condemn him. I can't go along with social media anymore.
Why? What's that got to do with the Masters of the Universe?
Because that's people are like not looking forward to it because Jared Leto is in there and his accusations about Jared Leto. All I say is Disney is not a great corporation as it is, but I think if they would have hired him for Tron, they must have looked into the accusations. Because
who's Jared Leto playing? Is he playing
Skeletor? Yeah, oh, wow. Everyone was concerned. Skeletor is probably the best looking thing from this trailer, just from seeing the images.
Okay.
Wait, did you see him yet?
Yeah, I saw him. I watched this.
I mean, that's what I'm guessing without watching the trailer. This looks great.
This looks terrific.
This is from Travis
This
Knight.
looks like the opening of a video game. This is not hard to do in this day and age.
No. Honestly, seeing this stuff, though, AI could probably do some of this stuff, too.
I don't like the way this sword looks. It looks too much like crystal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. It looks fake looking.
It looks like it's crystal. It's supposed to be a metal sword, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Let's see here.
But I used to love that sword when I was a kid. My God. I can't remember this character's name. What was her name?
I'm not that. I like He-Man. I got to go back to He-Man Revelations. He's allowed to hate it. What does he know? Okay, I will say this. I think. Hold on a second. There's Prince Adam in his bedroom. Yay, Prince Adam in his bedroom. Well, I think actually He-Man cinematography looks better than Supergirl. I think it looks more fun.
All right.
Me personally. Let's see here. Arkham. What the hell? All right, let's see. MGM. This is just Thor Ragnarok.
The minds of a young audience.
I think
you need young boys to love this.
I think this is probably going to. I might be wrong. I think this is going to do better than Mandalorian Grogu.
And Thor, if this is like Thor Ragnarok CJH, then this is going to be a W for them.
Mm-hmm.
There's his mom. What's her name? Eternia? I can't remember.
Eternia is where they're at.
Oh, right.
Gen Z hates Gen X stuff? Nah, not if it's done well. Maybe I'm going too slow. I don't know. The real world stuff where people don't want it too much in the real world.
Yeah, here's
those pronouns. Maybe Prince Adam is upset with his pronoun faceplate. Maybe he's an anti-SJW. They put that on my faceplate.
There you go. You know, so look at, but look at this is nice. They put him in that pink shirt, just like remember Adam had that weird like pink vest. This is all very well done. Now this looks like He-Man. He really does.
Oh, she's from Saturday Night Live.
I'm not familiar.
Can I help you?
That's a good point. His name is He-Man. It's literally.
I found your sword. Notification.
I thought that was a nice thing too. It was cool.
Yeah. I think
he looks like him.
Yeah.
They got the hairstyle right, all of it.
The one I'm not convinced of yet from the previews. Oh my God, speed it up. No, we have to delay it as much as possible, so we delay the mailbag.
When he went to like a Dungeons and Dragons game shop or something.
Tila is the one I'm not convinced of yet.
Okay, so that's how I would imagine the sword looking. Not like how it looked all crystally and stuff.
Yeah, the action figure sword looked better than the actual sword. Or maybe that is the sword. Maybe it's just a different... Is that the actual sword?
I don't know.
Like the actual sword is in a He-Man figure in a store?
Well,
he's constipated. Oh.
Is that what that is?
There's medicine for that. Yeah, it's getting a little weird with the sword in the store. Mm-hmm. So is that too cheesy? It's like in a comic book store. It's like in a collectible store.
You know, I'm okay.
That's where the sword of Eternia is. It's actually in a brick and mortar. Oh no. What? Someone blocked Sean. I don't think so.
Are you kidding me? This is happening again. Which one of your mods is blocking people, Max?
I'm gonna have to unmod everybody.
Yeah, I think you should. This is ridiculous. I mean, I know some people don't like Sean, but we like Sean, and we don't block people on this channel. You got to be egregious to be blocked here. Golly.
There's no reason to block anyone right now.
That is ridiculous.
Let me see.
Okay, there's Tila. Yeah,
well,
she does.
I'm missing Tila. Where's Tila?
Go ahead, go check the blocks if you want. I mean,
I will.
This is terrible. I really don't like this. You know, and this is your channel, Max. You need to unmod people. That's enough. This nobody should be blocking
too many times.
Here. Yeah, well, it's now happened. They blocked Cal. Whoever is doing this. Wait, you don't remember the first time we found out about this blocking? Cal was blocked.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. He could be blocked again. Like, who is blocking people?
I don't see that you're blocked, though. Let me double check.
Well, if he's saying we're not seeing his chats and he's here, we would see it if he wasn't blocked.
I don't see it. Oh, yeah, he definitely was.
All right. That's enough, Max. You got to get your arms around this thing, buddy.
All right, I'll talk about it.
Is Cal blocked? I'm just curious.
No, I don't see Cal's blocked. All right.
That's terrible.
All right, let's go.
Letting us know, Sean. Letting Max know.
Yeah, definitely let us know.
There he is. Oh my goodness. What is going, Max? You gotta get your arms around this thing. This is very bothersome.
Yeah. All right. Discover your true power. Yeah, Tila just looks okay. Nothing against the actress, but I think Tila should also be a selling point for this trailer. She's a very popular character. She had her own series, I think, too.
Well, she was basically the star of the He-Man cartoon.
Yeah, and I don't feel she's a beautiful lady. I just don't feel the charisma in the trailer from her. He-Man looks great. Prince Adam looks great. You know what I mean? I'm just not feeling it yet. I'm sorry.
No, I don't know about the casting either, to be honest.
In action, maybe I'll really like Tila. But I think this is potentially the missed opportunity in it.
Yeah, she doesn't look right, Max. You're right.
It's not that she's a beautiful lady.
No.
She's okay. She would be good. She just doesn't have that presence or something. At least not in the trailer.
So what studio made this movie? Do you know off the top? Oh, MGM. They went all in on it. It looks good.
All right, let's look at here.
Battle Cat looks good. Or whatever his version is when he's
Battle Cat, Man of Arms looks way better than Man of Arms should because it's Idris Elba. And then I don't know that the character is on the left.
I can't remember either.
Yeah. But I say out of them, Tila looks the weakest. Casting. Just not really feeling that uniform. Not that she's not powerful. It's just,
I don't get the joke, Fourth.
Grayskull looks cool.
All right, she looks good from behind. Look at that eye.
Oh, no, you didn't. What a misogynistic. Hold on.
That looks pretty good.
All right, you're not wrong, but we don't want to just objectify her from the back.
No, from the back, she looks great as Tila.
That's my weakness, though. Yeah. Sean,
we're honest friends. I mean,
man, this is going to become a sausage party if we can't objectify women like this.
No.
But you're not wrong.
Battle Cat looks good from the ass end too.
Yeah. Yeah, He-Man too. Prince Adam, yeah. We're equal opportunity butt shots. All the butts look good there. See now all right. But yeah, I would say Idris Elba and the main cat. You got to get He-Man right. He looks good. And
you had to get Man at Arms right too. He's a big character. I don't know.
Is he playing two roles there, or this is Man of Arms backstory? Maybe how he got his arms. Wow, that's a slow motion walk.
Well, it was already slow motion. We super slow motion.
Yeah. Man of Arms. Idris Elba.
Yeah, they must have backed up the money truck, like Sean's saying, to get him to do this film, quite honestly.
Actually, I mean, you don't really have to for Idris Elba. I love the man, but he shows up in everything. I'm sorry. He's in everything. Yeah, you don't have to do the money truck for him.
I guess. He likes doing these kinds of movies, too. It's true.
Here we go.
CJH's point that this is very Thor Ragnarok, and I'm okay with that.
As long as it's not Love and Thunder. Thor Love, you just don't want to go full Thor Love and Thunder.
I don't know which bad guy that is.
All right, did they only show one scene of Skeletor?
Yeah, you're going backwards. Why are you going? Oh, there he is.
Okay, that didn't look as good as the other screenshots I saw. It looked good though.
I can't. Which character? Where's Beast Man?
Is that him?
No, that's the fish guy. I can't remember his name. That sword is a little too chromy looking, I gotta say. I'm not into that. But again, I'm nitpicking at this point. This looks great. I love that sword.
Now when he's finally He-Man.
There's Beast Man or whatever. Was that his name? Beast Man?
That looks decent.
Yeah, it looks good.
There's a lot of him as Adam, though, and not He-Man.
Well, if you do too much. Oh, what was her name? What was that bad girl's name? That bad
Evil End.
Evil End. Good for you.
Oh, Evil Lynn's hot.
Yeah.
If I was going to date one of them, I'd go for Evil Lynn over Tila.
No. You like the bad girls.
I try to get Evil Lynn's number. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You don't want him to be Prince Adam too much in the movie, though, and in the real world too much in the movie.
No, we want to see He-Man, but this is fine. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna mess around with this. This looks like they're not gonna mess around.
I think it's going to be a success. I think it's going more fantasy.
I will go see this. I'm actually pumped for this. This made me pumped for this film.
I mean, this is something that I was missing from the Supergirl trailer. Just like bright. I'm looking forward to Supergirl, but bright, fun, and just going for it instead of the edgy Supergirl, which I kind of like the edgy Supergirl, but it's like she's like, I'm in a movie, I don't care, Yeah, where I think that is a way to go with it, but I think they would have had more success if they would have done the bright Supergirl like they did for Superman, but for Supergirl.
Okay.
That's what I think people wanted. I think that's what the majority of people wanted.
So He-Man, to Sean's point, was famously created. The cartoon was created just to sell toys. He looks like He-Man.
Everything was made just to sell toys after George Lucas figured that out.
No, there you go.
George Lucas's empire came from the toys. It's about the toys, toyetic. Correct. That's what's completely missing from a lot, not completely. It's missing from a lot of new era Star Wars is toyetic. The cool old stuff that George Lucas and Kenner Toys used to do. You made big battle sequences within the movie to sell the toys. Whereas a lot of current sequel Star Wars is just instead of it's a starfighter, it's a black starfighter.
Okay, and you know what? I guarantee
the ship or the X-wing. I mean, instead of a regular X-wing, it's a black X-wing. Instead of a stormtrooper, it's a stormtrooper with a different type of helmet. Whereas George Lucas, when he made the prequels, he did whole new designs for all type of creatures, robots, worlds. Yep. And then he made these epic set pieces. That's what's missing.
I agree.
All right.
And I guarantee you they're not going to do something stupid. So James Gunn in the Superman movie, putting blood in it was dumb, in my opinion. This movie's not going to have blood in it. This is just going to be fun.
The action looks good.
For little boys to watch.
Look at that look at that action.
Yeah.
You want He-Man to be strong and powerful. Great scenes there. Very traditional logo.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a success.
So they want fathers to take their sons and their daughters to see, most of their sons to see this film. And I will do that. I'll take my nephew to see this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
This looks terrific.
Very little Skeletor in that, just promo. Oh, here. Now that image there, that looks epic. And I'd say that's why I made the title of this video the Lobo reveal versus Skeletor reveal. Everyone was wrong about Jared Leto as Skeletor, and he is going to kill that voice. I didn't even hear the audio from this trailer, and I just know he's going to go for it with that voice. Whether you think Jared Leto's guilty of something, I hope there's no victims of anything. I hope there's no guilty people or victims. If there is, make him accountable, take him to court, find him guilty in the court of law. But until then, he does a great job acting.
Anyway, he doesn't look like Jared Leto. They might get away with it for that. I think that this has more cachet than what Dungeons and Dragons would have. I think the toys and all this sort of thing.
And you know what? Would I say everyone always forgets in all these IP things where they always falter is when they don't focus enough on the villain. How can you get bigger than an epic Skeletor? Yes, if they faltered on He-Man, it would be a failure. But if they have He-Man and they have an epic villain in Skeletor in it, it's going to be a success. What are the best Batman movies? When they focus on the villain. Why is the original Star Wars so good? Because you have Darth Vader and the Emperor. You can't get more epic than Skeletor.
I'm very interested to see what the box office on this thing is.
Yeah. This Skeletor looks great. Sorry. Surpasses this image. The first image in the trailer didn't look good.
So based on what you've seen, do you think this will break 500 million?
You're at CJH, you're part of the problem. Just like people like, why don't make anything new? What does the general public show up for, Voltaire?
Remakes,
reboots, and sequels, and stuff. That's why they don't make anything new.
Mm-hmm.
And if your reboot fails, you reissue the original, and that sells. You have something for everyone. You ever watch? I watched a beer documentary where they showed like just beer companies make different variations just so they can have more shelf space instead of selling the same product. When you create a reboot, you have two of the same. You actually have two IP there: the old He-Man and the new He-Man. But you actually have more versions of He-Man than that. So you have two things on the shelf you could sell instead of one. You actually create a new IP within an IP. Yeah. And you have all the disgruntled people with the nostalgia. Well, the original was better, and the reboot makes them buy a reissue. There's no losing in making a bad reboot. Really, it just keeps the IP, keeps people talking about it, free advertising, and then all the versions sell. Just like what's the biggest beer company? They have so many variations of the same beer, just so they can monopolize the shelf space and cut out the competition. All right. But that looks great. Do we have time for the mailbag?
A couple at least, I think, just for the fans.
Just for the fans. Let me see. It's a fun night tonight.
Mm-hmm. So, and also speaking of all the beer brands, so how there's those ultralight beers like Michelob Ultra and all that. The best ultralight beer, everybody, is Corona Premier. Highly recommend it if you're looking for a low carb, low calorie beer. That's my recommendation.
All right. We'll go through these pretty quick. They're all CJH. No more CJH for tonight. You can add for more after we're done.
Jeez.
CJH Entertainment Plus. Did you see that and thank you, members. Did you see the young Boba Fett and Jake Lloyd reunited in a photo? Glad he's doing well. Yes. I like Jake Lloyd. I like the young Anakin. I think he did well. There was a few cringy lines, but I think overall he did well. Yeah. Yes. So I'm happy he's doing well. Yeah. Oh, CJH Entertainment. Should Sam Raimi do a Batman movie? Yes. Yes, he should.
I love Sam Raimi's work. I'd be down to see him do anything, truthfully.
Mm-hmm. CJH Entertainment. Should they just hit the pedal to the metal on animated shows? A series between A New Hope and Empire like the comics? A Vader series like Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan series? No, they should focus on the theatrical, see if they could get it back, and do a little bit of animated shows too. I wouldn't do pedal to the metal on anything right now with this economy. You have to make sure everything is justified to do. You don't want to just oversaturate, which the movie industry, the music industry, the toy industry, and all these industries, all they've done is when they were at their boom, they oversaturate the market with so much product. And then because it was a trending thing at the time, they got away with it. Now that times are tough and in profits are leaner, margins are smaller, domestic box office is declining, international's rising, and you have a back catalog of movies that are probably better than your current release. You can't just get away with the bloat of oversaturation that has caused all these industries to collapse and fold. There's no more Toys R Us. They're trying to bring it back. The record industry isn't what it once was. The physical media industry is not what it once was for movies. The same with physical media for video games. They just oversaturate when they're at their boom because you could get away with it. You can't get away with that anymore. Entertainment is one of the biggest industries, but there's so much entertainment to compete with, So I don't think they should. I think they should, if there was a story to tell, do it if it's going to be done good. Do you agree we need Battle of Jakku movie or animated show with the trio Luke, Han, and Leia with Lando and young Ben Solo. It takes place between Mandalorian before the sequel trilogy. It's a final adventure. It answers everyone's questions about the sequel trilogy. Should they do it? I feel like we need episode 6.1 set before Force Awakens. I think they could help improve the sequel trilogy with something like that, just like the Clone Wars made the prequel trilogy better. But I don't know if they can. And if they do it now, it's all going to be because we only have Harrison Ford left and he's only coming back for a big paycheck. I don't think Harrison's going to come back when. Oh yeah, Mark Hamill's around too. That's right. But what I mean is they already did a de-aged Luke without Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
They already did a Princess Leia de-aged. So why would they only have him as the only one in there? I think they'd probably do de-aged or AI.
He's suggesting animated.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if they did it animated in the Clone Wars style, do you think that people would love that?
Oh yeah, I think it would do good. Yes, I would love to see that. I think they should.
And I would love, now that she's gone, I'd love to sit in the pitch meetings and see what what they're talking about doing. You know, I'm sure they're working on finishing up Mandalorian and all that kind of thing, but I'm fascinated by what's going on now.
Do you think Last Jedi was Ryan's FU to Kathy because he was promised a trilogy instead of the middle movie, so he tried to finish the trilogy? No, I think he's arrogant. He wants a blank canvas, and he doesn't really get Star Wars. He just thinks why Empire was so good was just the shock. It's not just subverting it. Luke, I'm your father was subverting expectations. It was one of the first subverting expectations in pop culture movie, but it also really worked. And George Lucas may not even have planned that when he originally did the first Star Wars. He might have thought of that along the way, and he kept it a secret. But it made sense based on what was happening.
He certainly didn't know that Luke and Leia.
It wasn't just the subvert expectations. It was totally carried through the whole trilogy and led to there. You know, that's why it was such a moment. You know.
Yeah, I'm not insulted fourth, by the way. That's fine.
But Ryan is more like there's been interviews in the past. He doesn't really care if people don't like his opinion. He thinks that good cinema is a divided. One of his opinions is a good story is one that people have different takes on. You know, that's a divided audience. That's what's interesting to him. Subverting the Red Letter Media where they did a fake Ryan Johnson. He spilled the milk on the table instead of drinking out of the glass. I subverted your expectations. Yeah, that's kind of accurate.
You subvert expectations for the sake
to do it.
Just to do it.
To do it. Yeah, a forced subversion.
Yeah, but you know what? I also think look, I don't care what anyone says. They told him, we don't want a glorious Luke Skywalker. We want to move on from this character.
No, I was surprised in the sequel trilogy how many people there are that don't like Luke Skywalker. And if you don't fundamentally like Luke Skywalker, then I understand why you like the sequel trilogy. I get it. Because I think he was the most underserved and different. Again, I repeat this all the time. I can accept the grumpy Luke, but the Luke that was the new hope, that never gave up hope, that was facing his own father and the Emperor, and the whole galaxy was at stake outside the window, and he did not give in to fear. Does not give in to fear, just the thought of his nephew turning to the dark side.
Right. And I've had this dispute with
the stakes were unbelievably high, and he threw the lightsaber away not to give in to fear. He didn't raise it because he was fearful. And this is also, he should be a Jedi Master at the top of his game. You don't give in to the number one thing that Yoda taught him. Fear is the path to the dark side. You don't do that unless there's a very intense reason that's something more significant and detrimental than happened at the Return of the Jedi, where he did not give in to fear and he did not kill his father. And right?
Yeah. And look, in the books.
Thank you. I know I'm right.
No, you're right. But in the books, on top of what you say, when Luke got to the point when Leia was pregnant, because of in the books she had twins, and because they were force sensitive, he was communicating with them in the womb, okay? Because he was a master and they were force sensitive. And then you're supposed to believe he's going to go up to his nephew's bed and try to kill him. They didn't set any of that up correctly. It's terrible. Inexcusable.
All right. Well, let's do these last two because I want to finish before the 2-hour mark so we get some clip outs. AI. With Ray Park controversy, close your eyes, Max. Do you think Sam Witwer should just do both action and voice instead of for now? I'd be fine if they brought back Ray Park, but honestly, if that was another one of the best recasts in Star Wars, is Sam Witwer as Darth Maul is now the definitive Darth Maul, I think. And Ray Park was just there for the physicality of Darth Maul. He really didn't talk much in the Phantom Menace, but Darth Maul is now a stronger character because of his
like three words.
Because of so I'm not against Ray Park coming back, but he was back at the end of Solo and he didn't look great there either. So I would say, yeah, just get Sam Witwer. Sorry, Ray Park. And then the last one. Will you get into audiobooks and comics for Star Wars? It might revive your love for Star Wars. I'm also excited for Maul. Maul looks great, but also laughable that fake fans are crying about how Disney brought back Maul, even though he's been back since George was in charge. I'm trying to think when he came back. He came back in Clone Wars.
Right.
But I think it was when Disney already took over, though.
No. Oh, wait, hang on. Yes, that was prior to Disney. Then you're thinking of Rebels. He was in Rebels too, and that was post Disney.
Okay. Yeah, I think he came back right before Disney. He sold it to Disney then, because they finished Clone Wars. Came back after.
Right.
It was right in the middle.
That whole season where him and his brother.
I think Clone Wars was the only thing in active development while they sold it before the sequel trilogy. And I think that's what we're going to call it a night. I don't think I have the energy to exercise now again. So thank you all for watching, for supporting the show. And Voltaire will take us out.
Good night and good luck, everyone.